Daily Lunchtime Show, where we get to catch up on current events and headlines that are in the news. My name is Priska Agnolo, and you are watching NMH at 1. In today's show, you will hear why government views a giant flock of cattle egrets in Ondangwa as a possible tourism attraction. And in our interview, you can learn all about a smart e-register designed by InTouch Namibia to make visiting shops and businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic more safe and hassle-free. An Al Jazeera report about an alleged corruption at the city of Windhoek in order to push through a 5G internet deal with Chinese technology giant Huawei today hit the front pages of 3 of Namibia's 5 daily newspapers. After the naming of members of the Rally for Democracy and Progress RDP as alleged players in this drama, the party this morning announced it will also conduct its own internal investigation into these claims. Denver Kisting of Republicans spoke to RDP President Mike Kavekotora.
Good morning, sir. You just shared with the media that after having learned about these allegations against 2 senior members of the RDP, you have launched an internal investigation. Please briefly talk to us about that.
Yes, we have learned from the social media about these allegations against 2 of our senior members, and obviously that is something that is a critical matter from our perspective. We feel that it's something that is, needs to be investigated. Therefore, RDP and its leadership are going to launch an investigation, do our own internal investigation to make sure that we come to the bottom of that matter. We would like to collect as much information as possible. We would like also to appeal to the public to give us the information, whatever information that they have, so that we can get to the bottom of that matter as soon as possible, because we don't condone corruption, and we feel that it is something that we have to get to the bottom of it as quick as possible.
These allegations relate to the 5G matter in the city of Windhoek. Your stance on 5G in the city of Windhoek is also very clear.
Yes.
What is your stance?
Our stand is very clear that the city of Windhoek has got a judicial responsibility to deliver services, and they have to stick to their core objectives. They don't need to deviate from that. We're also surprised that Crown did manage to give them a license. That is outside of their overarching mission and this mission, and therefore we feel that there's no need for the city of Windhoek to engage in telecommunications.
We do apologize for the poor sound quality in that video insert. Moving on to our COVID-19 monitor today, we focus on the number of tests done in the different regions of Namibia. According to official data up to Monday, Irongo, as hotspot of local transmission of the virus, conducted almost 5,000 tests, followed by Commerce region with close to 4,000 tests. More than 1,000 tests have been conducted in the Karas region. These 3 regions account for 76% of all COVID-19 tests in Namibia. Thousands of tests have been done in quarantine and not as part of active case search. The Namibia Statistics Agency, NSA, launched the first government wage index in Windhoek yesterday. Namibian Sun's Ogone Tlage was there.
Recently, the NSA has released a government wage index. The wage index will track salaries, price levels across government sectors of public administration, education, and health. Also, the wage index can be used for wage policies by planners and so on. And again, this wage index can also be used to to track inflationary pressures because government being one of the largest employers, whenever the salary increases, such increases will have an impact across the economy as more money is being flooded in the economy.
In today's edition of Market Watch in NMH's dailies, you can read what the index's findings were. The bottom line is that taxpayers since 2015 pay between 30% and 40% more for the salaries of civil servants. The Namibian Sun today reports about the community of Ndangwa's fears about health and other risks they perceive to be represented by a big flock of cattle egrets. According to Environment Minister Pahamba Shifeta, this bird population must rather be protected and can be utilized as a tourism attraction. Eleni Nanjato compiled this report.
Ndangwa Town Council have been writing letters. I thought they are talking about just few birds. You know, the cattle, and it's very beautiful when they are there. But of course, because we do not know up to now. And I think researchers should go there and find out why these birds. And they come there, the estimation of 30 up to 30,000 birds. That's why when they are there, they got pictures. You can't believe. They are like flies. And this and it's a rest camp. Rest camp is in the middle of Ndangwa town, and there are many people there. They don't even care about people. So, and they come there, the cattle ingredients and then also the heroes. Yeah? Those cattle, so those are very, very important birds because they get rid of our problems. We have worms and other things. But now, Ndangwa Town Council were pressurizing MFT to do something to get rid of these birds. When I came here, I said, no, you know what? Maybe in Southern Africa, you're the only town, or in Africa, you're the only town, not in Africa, Kenya, they had to bring some herons there, deliberately, just to clean up. If you go to Nairobi, you see that those who are in Nairobi, they see those very big, those herons, the grey herons. You are lucky that you have that, and we can use that to bring more tourists. Like the rest camp can be a camp for international camp. But we need to do research to make sure that these birds are protected forever, so that we can probably do something to see whether we can deliberately create some areas. If we study, that study will inform us what brings this bird here, what attracts these birds here.
United States Ambassador Lisa Johnson handed over sewing machines to 7 Windhoek entrepreneurs earlier this week. This is what she had to say.
Good morning. I'm here with 6 young entrepreneurs, young women who are part of the DREAMS program and have started their own business sewing face masks. Today they've handed over 300 face masks that they have made for the DREAMS project here in Comas region. This project is funded by PEPFAR and is implemented through USAID and Project HOPE. The DREAMS program helps to keep adolescent girls and young women HIV free, and part of the program, because we try to deal with young girls and young women holistically, look at their health from a physical, financial, and an emotional standpoint. And this is part of one of the economic empowerment projects that provides job skills, training, and helps connect girls to private sector opportunities so that they'll have their own income generating possibilities. That's what they're doing here. with this sewing of the face masks. They are opening their own bank account, savings and loan account, and registering their business with BIPA. And we're very, very proud of them. The DREAMS project is one of the U.S. government-supported most successful programs in Namibia. There are over 12,000 girls now enrolled in DREAMS in Comas region, in Zambezi, and in Oshikoto. And later this year, we also will be bringing DREAMS to Kavango East and to Ashana regions. So we're very proud of these girls. I wish them every success, and I really look forward to seeing them take these dreams forward. I thank you.
In Namibia's dailies today, the Namibian Sun focuses on lengthy delays in testing for COVID-19. Children of affected parents at Walvis Bay have been waiting for their test results for longer than 3 weeks. Republican reports on the 5G corruption allegations that yesterday rocked the municipality of Namibia's capital city. Allgemeine Zeitung chose the tragic murder at Windhoek's Avis Dam late on Tuesday afternoon as their lead. Today's issue of the Namibian adds further details to the 5G connection in Windhoek, reporting that a payment of 10 million Namibian dollars to a lawyer to facilitate this deal with Huawei was apparently stopped at the very last minute. New Era also leads with the so-called city rot exposed by Al Jazeera and says that a resumption of foreign tourism is not on the cards for the immediate future. The Weekly Confidante delves into the reasons why Air Namibia's route to Frankfurt in Germany effectively bankrupted the national airline. Now for a peek inside your daily newspapers. The Republican visualizes the latest data for COVID-19 in Namibia with a multifaceted infographic. The blue and yellow bar graph compares confirmed cases in Walvis Bay to the rest of Irongo and Namibia. Allgemeine Zeitung puts the surprise transfer of Namibia's top detective, Commissioner Nelius Becker, to the National Forensic Institute on record. While the Namibian Sun carries the news that judgment whether lawyer Sisa Namanje should open his accounts for fish rot investigations will only be handed down on the 14th of August. The Namibian reports that residents and visitors to Walvis Bay who currently find themselves elsewhere in Namibia experience stigmatization because of the outbreak and continued lockdown at the Central Coast. On New Era's inside pages, the National Standing Committee on Habitat continues its investigation into how funds earmarked for drought relief and assistance were utilized by the Hardap Regional Council. Up next is our interview, which basically delves into Up next is our interview. How can we make compulsory registration when the public visits shops and businesses safer and easier? In Touch Namibia has a clever electronic solution. Ohone Klache gets the details from Derek Breers.
Good afternoon and welcome to NMH at 1. My name is Juane and joining me in studio is InTouch Interactive MD Derek Breers. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Derek is in studio to talk to us about the COVID-19 registry that they're implementing. So what is the registry, C19 registry?
Okay, so we saw a gap in the market that currently you have to fill in a lot of paperwork when you get to a place of business. And you can sanitize the pen, but it's very difficult to sanitize the paper that people are filling in. And the process is very tedious and it takes people a lot of time to fill in the registers. So we've created a digital register. People can go to c19.com.na to register. It's free to register. We then verify your cell phone number via OTP, so you then automatically on the system. Once you've registered at one time, you can then reuse the system at various businesses, where you will see the C19 registry logo, and we're deploying it at several businesses, and there are various methods to enter a business. So what is very nice about it is that all of your information that we capture, we encrypt. So currently when you go to a place of business and there's an open book where people fill in their forms, all of your information is open for the public, to the next guy to see. With this, your information is encrypted. It's also encrypted on the database. It's kept safe and it's not open for prying eyes.
Okay. How do potential customers go about acquiring the software?
Okay, so it's very easy. There's two options when you see a QR code where you can sign in. The one is to download the MyInfo app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. But if you wish not to download the app, your phone is out of memory, just go to the c19.com.na website. Once you've registered, there's a little QR code at the top. You will see 4 buttons at the bottom and a QR code reader on the top. And then simply scan with that QR code from your phone, from the browser. No need to install the app. You scan the QR code and you enter the business.
And then you touched on the issue of encryption and safety. Potential customers of the software and also the users of the software will obviously be concerned around security issues and their information being out in the public. What has been done to secure that? Okay,
so like I said, even when you register, when we transmit the data, when you log into a business, all of your data is encrypted. We keep the database very secure. And for people to access the back end, they need a special password. That there's also several layers of security on that, so that your information is very secure. It's not open to prying eyes, and only when needed will your information be supplied to whoever needs it. For your privacy is protected. You've got opt-ins and opt-outs. The system was built with privacy in mind.
And then how user-friendly would you say this particular type of software is?
Well, I'm amazed at what the developer did to build the system. The ease of use is simply amazing. I've been assisting a couple of users in installing, registering, and it's so straightforward. And when you get into the home page, there's a little help button that you can click on to see how the system operates. But it's extremely easy to use.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you so much for watching. I have been your host, Priska Anyolo, for NMH at 1. Please do stay tuned for a snapshot of the weather and have yourself a wonderful, safe Thursday. Goodbye.